with Shaw. If y'all know who I am, named Sean, but if you do know me, no introduction really needed. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another day. And today, I want to talk about a game that I've been playing for a long time and involving a sport that is actually my first love. Surprisingly not. I want to talk about MLB The Show. It's a game that's been out for as long as damn near any other popular sports game. Your 2Ks, your Maddens, your FIFA, you name it. You know what I'm saying? If it's still, if the sports game still out there, it's, But yeah, MLB is one of those games. But I just wanted to talk about this game as a whole, and what better way than to talk about it through the games that I played and give my personal experience on it. I guess a little, I don't know. Just give my take on how I felt about the game from the years on. Now, of course, it's not going to be every year. I'm not doing that because one, I can't access some of the stuff, like some of the older games from the PS4 era and all that. I can't access that. That's completely impossible unless I had the disc. I do have one of the discs, but for some reason the disc just doesn't want to work. So it's like, what the hell? But anyway, that's besides the point. I think don't want to get too much carried away with this. So we just gonna get on with the video like always. Be out of here. To the next one. I say it to the next one. All right, I got y'all, bro. Y'all go ahead, bro. Damn. Starting off the video, we got my very first MLB game I played, MLB The Show 15, with Yasiel Puig in the cover, who I thought was going to be very big, but he has some controversies on and off the field. But we ain't going to talk about that. Unfortunately, I don't have gameplay, so I have to use one of my childhood YouTubers that I used to watch back then, when I was heavy on the MLB train. Link to his channel and the playlist to this video specifically is going to be in the description, of course. But this game, it was pretty cool. Customization wise, I wasn't really like, quite literally there was only like 4 beard styles and like 20 hairstyles and whatnot, but we ain't here for the customization. The gameplay is pretty solid, pretty fun to me if you ask me. I like how you could pretty much choose whatever attribute you wanted. Also, fun fact, my first player was named Michael King. I didn't realize years later that he was an actual person. I'm like, what the hell? He's real. He's an actual person. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's the Show 15. Pretty solid game overall. Next up, we have a game that is pretty much seems to be everybody's favorite game in the MLB community. MLB The Show 21 with Fernando Tatis Jr. as the cover athlete. Unfortunately for him, he has some controversies off the field and whatnot, but no, it is what it is. Everybody gonna have controversies, I guess. Anyway, moving on from that, MLB The Show 21. This was a game that added some new things. So they added the two-way system. Basically, you could be a pitcher and you could also do batting as well. I liked it, and I like how like the certain pitches you use, only those pitches attributes will actually increase. So let's just say, I only use a 4-seam fastball, right? So only the stats is going to increase for my 4-seam fastball. If I was to switch that 4-seam to a 2-seamer, it's just going to be the base stats as if you just started the game. So that was kind of cool. They also, I think this is one of I don't know if it was this year or if it was MLB The Show 20, but they also added like a class system. So in a way, it was kind of like a freaking whatchamacallit, like a RPG type of thing going on. 21 was pretty solid, but then again, I didn't play this on my at the time. I didn't have a PS5, so like for the most part, well, I mean, now I do, but like this is PS5 gameplay. But when I did play it, that's what I mean. When I was playing it, I didn't have a PS5. I was still on the PS4 at the time. But I can say that sorry, the hitting was pretty solid. People talked about the pitching and all, but I think that honestly, I like pitching. It doesn't matter what year it is. I truly enjoy pitching. So pitching was never really a big problem for me, at least. I'm not, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I'm not the biggest Diamond Dynasty, my team, whatever you want, my team, Ultimate Team, Diamond Dynasty, whatever. I'm not the biggest person on that, so I can't really speak too much on that mode, unfortunately. But from what I've heard, it seems like it was another good year for whatchamacallit, for Diamond Dynasty, you know, the Ultimate Teams, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it seemed like it was a good year for them in terms of that, you know. All in all, yeah, 21 was a pretty good game. I could see why the mass would say, like, yeah, this is one of the better games in the modern era of MLB The Show, you know, because hey, I never played like the older MLBs, you know, from back to 2010, 20, like I didn't get a chance to ever play those because I heard those was like the best of the best, like the cream of the crop, you feel me? But so I can't really completely, you know, give my full opinion on it because hey, I joined the band. Well, I ain't gonna say bandwagon, but I joined the party late, you feel me? So I don't really have too much of a say so. Unfortunately, I wish I was able to play MLB The Show 18, because I've heard that was the worst. But unfortunately my disc is just stupid right now, so I can't really do anything even if I wanted to, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's whatever. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick if you could hear it, but I'm sorry about that. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry about that. Well, I'm apologizing for something that's out of my control. The hell? Yeah. A solid game. Pretty fun to me, honestly. They added Juvenile on the soundtrack, so honestly, that's a big +1 for me. Yeah, I can't really complain. You know, maybe I couldn't have played more online because I'm not the biggest online person when it comes to MLB The Show. Probably because of like latency issues, and I feel like it's delayed whenever I play, like no matter what, even if I'm on LAN cable. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh, water! I need water. And here we are with a game that not a lot of people actually like, which is surprising because I actually kind of like it. But here we are with MLB The Show 22 with the star two-way athlete himself, Shohei Ohtani. Another cover athlete, by the way, that also has some controversies, but it's not on him. It's more so on his interpreter and whatnot. But look, like I said, we're not going to get into that. We're not here for that. All right. Anyway, MLB The Show 22. A game that not a lot of people like, as I said before. Apparently it had some weird things going on, more so on like the Diamond Dynasty side of things and whatnot. Honestly, personally, this is a game I put like a lot of hours in. They still follow the 21 thing when it comes to, you know, when it comes to your player in the road to the show, like, you know, the RPG system, two-way thing on. They still did that. That's perfectly fine. I think actually they did it better, honestly, in my eyes. That's just how I feel about it. But they did a whole lot better job on doing it. Honestly, I think it was pretty cool. I can't say compared from 21 to 22, I kind of had a little bit of trouble hitting, but it was still not bad. I can say, however, when it comes to presentation, 22 definitely takes the cake on 21. I think, like, it just feels like you're in the game. Like, just look at this. Like, look at this. Like, I feel like I'm watching the Braves game right now at this point. You feel me? Like, it felt more lifelike. If it gave life, if that makes sense. I don't know, but it was pretty good presentation wise. I like the customization, of course. They upped it each year ever since 18, I believe. But, you know, like I said, I don't really care about the customizations like that, but I'm glad they had more representation, like black hairstyles and all that. That was pretty good, at least. But the fielding was pretty good. Of course, the pitching, as always. Like I said, I'm a pitcher boy. I love the pitch, even though I've never played pitcher before. I just love pitching, bro. I'm sorry. I love seeing pitchers just dog it out with people. I don't know. Like I honestly, I love that stuff. The batting is as good as it can be, I guess. Like I said, it was more so like on Diamond Dynasty things and whatnot. So I like I said, I can't really speak on that. It's not something I can speak on. I feel that personally, I think all MLB really is like hurting on is like it feels like the same game. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of does. I'm not gonna lie. Like, well, I can't really say that completely because like I'm not gonna lie. When I played MLB 15 and then I skipped out on 16 and unfortunately 17 because I heard 17 was like one of them ones, and then I played 18. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a huge jump though. Like, it was a huge jump, a huge 3-year jump. Like, cool. And then I stopped again, and then I went back. Was it MLB? No, not 19. The show 20. And from that 2-year gap, I'm like, I mean, only thing different was I think 20 was the year they implemented like being able to play pitcher and then another position, like another position on the field. I'm not sure entirely, but 20 was pretty good too. Although I probably got to play that again to really see that, but maybe another time. Who knows? Hey, but I think all MLB is really suffering from is the same thing with 2K, and it's just that they don't have no competition. So it's like, hey, what's the point of really trying to do anything? You feel me? Like, well, I'm not saying anything because they are gonna do something, but it's like, hey, yeah, we don't have nobody that'll really outbuy us because hey, we're literally the only good baseball game if we're not counting RBI baseball and super mega baseball, whatever the hell that game is. I don't know. That game is garbage. Yeah, anyway, I've had my time on here, honestly. I'll say 22 was probably the easiest to get to the big leagues outside of all the ones I played. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, it took me a while, like, from before 22, like, it took me a while to get into the dang big leagues. And the crazy thing is, I was going crazy. I don't know if it was, the team that I was drafted in, and maybe the position I was playing too on top of that. So like maybe the position I was trying to take was under like a star player or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's like, it's not like I was doing bad in the minor leagues, nothing like that. But in this game, to say that I'm in the Braves, I was in the Braves for a little minute too. And I stuck with them for a while. And to say that I was playing second base, but then again, I don't know who played second base that year. I think, who was it? Not. Damn, look, baseball not my biggest bag, unfortunately. It used to be when I was younger, but it ain't my biggest bag right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was something. I'll say that it was definitely something. I really don't see what they mean though, as far as like, it's the same old same. I mean, yeah, but I mean, honestly, at this point, when it comes to any sports games, what isn't going to be the same? Like, honestly, what's not going to be the same at this point? Like that's why I can't really take anybody's word when they talk about a sports game and say, oh, it's the same as that shit. Like, yeah, no joke, of course it's going to be. Like, what do you expect when it's the main leading game in all these years? Also, side note, I didn't notice this, but I saw the caps that we had, and also on the Reds too, that it had like this little cool design on it. I don't know if it was because it's probably the 4th of July or something like that, but I kind of like that. That's a pretty cool, and that's one thing I do like about the show. When it comes to like certain days and all that, you got your Jackie Robinson Day and all that. I think for Mother's, I think they do have something for like Mother's Day where like everybody like wears pink or something like that, like pink accessories and whatnot. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's the case. Or they probably do something in October. They do something in October too for breast cancer as well. And yeah, another thing I can say is the pitching. Look, don't get me wrong. I am a pitching guy, but I can say that sometimes, it felt like the pitches that I wanted didn't really go, but the pitches that I accidentally made bad, it somehow was accurate. So it's like, what the heck's going on? Like, what that doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry. Oh god. Oh, I need to drink my tea. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got that tea up in my system. All right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got nothing really else much to say, honestly. I think it was a pretty good game, honestly, as good as it gets. But I'm gonna leave it at that, but I will leave like this rest of the clip though, because it's a certain player on this damn team. I was going crazy, as you can see, no hits. I couldn't have had a perfect game, but somebody had to go and mess it up, and it's not him. It's the man coming up after him. This man pissed me off. Just watch this at bat, bro.
Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India.
For the Reds, the second baseman.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, he's been so great today, really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, he hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. And now 2-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Here we go now. Let's go.
And now the lefty. And it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Now you might be asking yourself, oh Sean, why are you mad? You struck him out still. You know why I'm mad? It took me about damn near 11 pitches to get him out. That's the problem. And because of him, it was a good fight, by the way. Because of him, I wasn't able to last for the whole 9 innings because I had to duke it out with him that whole at bat. Anyway, that's it for this game, goddammit. On to the next one, okay? On to the next one. And here we have the last game of today's video. MLB The Show 24 with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the cover, son of Vladimir Guerrero, Hall of Famer in MLB. This game, unfortunately, has a lot of flack going on for it. And honestly, I'm not gonna disagree with them. I kind of see what they're talking about. If I had, like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. If you was to give me this game, right? If they didn't have indicators telling me like, oh, it's the show 24 and nothing like that, I wouldn't have thought this was the show 22. I'm not gonna hold you. Low key, just a little bit, just a little bit. In fact, it might have been the show 23 for all I care. And you probably wouldn't have got me. I'm not gonna lie. But outside of that, once again, another game that honestly apparently seemed to be dry. And you know the funny part about this, people said that they hated this year's dynasty, not dynasty. Why did I say diamond? I mean, it's still dynasty in the name, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I actually played Diamond Dynasty. I wanted to give it more of a shot. This is probably the most I played outside of 23 and a little bit of 22. Like that's probably the only times I really was into Diamond Dynasty. But like 24, yeah, I was really into Dynasty. But yeah, they say this is like more of the drier years per se. Like apparently like the same old cards that's pretty much been around since God knows when, like the show 18, show 17, pretty much the same old cards from Babe Ruth to King Griffey, you name it, you feel me? And the same Vladimir card apparently, from what I've heard. But I mean, this is coming from a person who's never played Diamond Dynasty, so of course it's gonna feel new to me because, well, I don't play it. So yeah, it's gonna look fun and enticing to me, at least, at the very least. But I can say that this game was a little bit disappointing, and it's not like it was a downgrade gameplay wise. It wasn't a downgrade, but more so of like the presentation side of things. Like it didn't feel like it was to life. And not to mention, what pisses me off about this game, especially playing Road to the... Oh, that was my phone. Wow. Especially about this game, when it comes to Road to the Show, right? When I was playing in the minor leagues, why is there only one commentator speaking? Why is he speaking to himself? That just didn't feel right. Like, at the very least, from the past shows, like, at least we had two people commentating. We had, I think it was Joe Plesac and Dan, I can't remember their names, but even that cast, and they've been around for a long time. I would have been glad to have them back in the minor league talking. Like, I did not like having one person just talking in the minor leagues. Like, it was so boring. Like, I was waiting to get off of get back to get to the leagues, because I hated having one person just chatting it up in the minor leagues. Like, that was boring to me. Like, come on, like, where's the back and forth commentation? I don't want just one person just talking all the time. Like, what was up with that? But I can say that they also tried to add some new things as well. Like, this year they added women players in the MLB, which honestly I think that's pretty cool. And everybody else thought it was good too, but they was more so disappointed in the fact that there was really nothing else. Like, that like, quite literally, them adding women to the MLB, to the you know, the Road to the Show game, you know, basically to the MLB still, but like, that was like pretty much the really like main big thing. And I mean, yeah, they're rightfully so to be kind of pissed off, because like, really, that's it? That's all we're getting? Like, we're not completely mad, because hey, I mean, we love the addition to it. Like, I like the addition to it. I think they think that they love the addition to it too. But it's like, if that's all y'all giving us. No, don't get me wrong. In the show 23, or yeah, I think it was the show 23 or 22. I can't remember which one. They added the Negro League moments, and honestly, that was a pretty cool addition. And honestly, no, it seems like nobody else had a big problem with it, because I guess apparently Diamond Dynasty was more up tempo. I guess it was pretty good. But my thing is, though, it should really only Diamond Dynasty matter? Like, what about franchise mode? You know, what about the other modes as well? When it comes to, like, March to October, I never played that, but I'm pretty sure that's just like postseason, I guess. I don't know. They also added, you know, another mode to this year's game, like moments, like, you know, big moments in games, like Derek Jeter and, you know, all other like MLB legends and whatnot. I think it was only Derek Jeter for this year, though. I could be wrong. So I guess people were really mad more so of like just the content overall, which honestly, hey, you got every right to be. But honestly, that's what sport game isn't going to be lacking in yearly content. That's why, honestly, personally, I think that sports games should be bi-yearly. But that's just me. That's just, well, bi-annually. Let's be more professional. Let's be more professional now. Bi-annually. But that's just me. That's just me speaking on it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong with what I'm saying right now. I really could, but that's just how I feel about that. That's just my spin of things. Like, this is expected at this point. As a person that loves sports and wants to play sports outside of playing it actually, because hey, one, I'm not gonna have the time to play those sports, you know, to play those sports physically. You feel me? Or I might be hurt, or I don't feel good. So it's like, to say, oh, you could just play it in person. Yeah, I could. You absolutely right. But what if I don't feel like doing that? What if I just want to pick up the sticks and just play the game virtually? Like, play the sport that I love virtually. You feel me? And that's really all it's all about for sports, like for sports video games. Like, we just want to play the game virtually. You feel me? So personally, I feel like it should be bi-yearly or bi-annually, my bad, because it's like, why drop it yearly? That personally, it don't make no sense, because some of the time you drop sports games and it be in the off season, and so then you have to update all that stuff, because anything could happen in the off season. Somebody could be traded, somebody could have retired, you don't know, somebody could have got cut from the team. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like Kyrie Irving, I think by the time 2K18 dropped, he was with the Cavs, and then he signed to the Celtics later. So I think they had to change the cover and all that. I can't say though, the show 24, it was very lackluster. And when I say lackluster, I mean more so in like how the game is, like presentation wise and whatnot, especially for Road to the Show. Like that felt very bare bones and dry. But I think they really put more emphasis on like playing as a woman. So I probably just need to play play a Road to the Show with the woman instead, because they probably put a lot more effort into like the storyline for the women's story, which is a-okay to me. I'm not mad at that, honestly. But I wish that they added more, because honestly I could go back to the show 18 to the show 20 and it'll feel more lifelike for the Road to the Show. At least like when it came to the older shows, it felt like you was in the league. Like you had conversations with other players sometimes, although it was kind of corny. But hey, I still liked it. I mean, corny as it may be, hey, it was pretty cool. I can't say I do like. I at first I was like, do I really like the class system that they got? Like, you know, like the little class system they have. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I don't like how. But I can't say over the years of playing this game, I don't like how you can't request trade. Like you have to wait to be told if you want to request a trade. No, what if I want to request a trade now? You feel me? Anyway, I got a call to the skipper to his office and whatnot, and he's basically giving me my my monthly evaluation, I think, whatnot. You know, pretty much just give me the lay down of how I've been. Now I can't say pitching wise. That month, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of letting up a lot of runs, so I'm not mad at that being called decent. But as far as my batting, I think that's always been my bet, and I've always been like a 250 type of person. What do you mean calling me decent? You calling me decent, sir? You mean decent? I mean, I overall, I'm doing great overall, but it's like to call me decent that month decent. What are you talking about? You telling me? Me, a person that has that is a front runner for Rookie of the Year in Cy Young at the same year with these stats I got right now? You telling me that's decent? Oh, I'm gonna show you some, Skip. I got you, bruh. I got you. Anyway, I decided to spice, I ain't gonna say, but just, be a little different this game. I wanted to try out some different uniform combinations. That's always a great thing I love about games, especially like career mode games where you could just, pick out whatever uniform you want. I think by far MLB is probably the best when it comes to uniforms. I think personally MLB got the best uniforms out there. I'm just saying. That's just me though. It is what it is. But back to what I'm saying, yeah, this game, it's gonna get your baseball high. You gonna get your baseball fix. That's always gonna be a thing. But outside of that, I mean, what's more to, what I'm saying? Like if you're asking for more than that, then hey, bro, good luck. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I got the game for free, so I'm not tripping off that. In fact, I think I got damn near the past games for free. Now that I think about it, like from the show 22 to now, I've been having the game for free for the free ski because of PlayStation Plus, because it's been on PlayStation Plus. So I was like, hey, waste not, want not, right? I wanted did the show 23, but I ain't about to pay $10 for a PS5 upgrade. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it's $10, but why would I want to do that if I already own the game? Then if I have to pay $10 for a freaking upgrade for a game that I already have, then that means I don't actually own the game, which is why I hate buying digital games. Honestly, it sucks. I'm going back into my physical copy era, which honestly I'm grateful for. I think we need to normalize buying physical copies more. I mean, what's wrong with getting the physical copies? Like what? And that's the problem. That's the problem now, because like that's why companies don't even care about doing like digital like secret like special edition covers and all that, because it's like everything's digital now. And that's the thing that I hate, especially about gaming. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know games work on, you know, compute. Like, you got to make a game using technology and all that and whatnot. But that don't mean you got to sell the game digitally too, or it's like strictly digitally. Like, come on. There's still people that want to get the physical game itself. I know I sure do. I would love that. Like, I would love to have special. Like, I'm sorry, I'm talking a little bit too fast, but like, I think I remember back when the show 17 dropped, they had that Ken Griffey edition. I'm like, man, that thing look fire. I need that. It was basic, and you know, crazy part about it, I'm looking back and I'm like, the cover of it was basic, but it's like, it's Ken Griffey and he got that sauce. I'm like, hey, this kind of fire. I'm like, yeah, I would want a physical copy of that just for the cover alone. You feel me? So it's like, I wish there was more care into like the physical covers and like in just physical items in general, because I've noticed that like I buy a game now physically, there ain't nothing in there. You know, back in the day in the PS2 and era and all that, like they'll have so much stuff in there from the, you know, instruction manuals, and they have like little Easter eggs in there, whatnot. They might have some promo stuff in there too. Nowadays, you'll be lucky to even get a booklet. You'll be lucky to get a booklet in that case. You might get like some kind of promo code or something in there, but like that's at the very most. You feel me? That's if they're grateful enough. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I know I'm getting off topic, not talking about baseball and talking about video games and all that, but I'm sorry. I just had to let that out. I'm frustrated. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated with how consumerism has changed overall and whatnot. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, buying things without having to physically be there, I think it's a great thing, especially for people that are not physically able, you know, physically bodied to do such things. I feel like, you know, that's a great thing for them. You know, they'll be able to purchase it at their home, because hey, what if they're not able to go there? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So it has its good, but I think it has a lot more bad than anything, and it's affecting how things are as a whole. Honestly speaking, I don't think MLB The Show is like a bad franchise per se. Is it a little bland now? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no competition no more. I mean, 2K used to be their biggest competitor, of course, that we all know. But ever since they shut down that you know, side of sports and everything, there really hasn't been no kind of initiative to really improve upon anything, really. So it was like, oh, what's the point of really trying to drastically improve things if we don't have no competition? You feel me? So yeah, over the years, the show kind of deteriorated as the years went on, unfortunately. But despite that, I could be honest and say, out of all the sports games I've played, that MLB The Show is at the very least the more consistent, I guess. When it comes to gameplay, at least. I mean, but then again, it's baseball. You kind of can't mess up throwing and hitting, and you know, you can't mess up throwing and hitting. I mean, honestly, you simply can't mess that up, truth be told. But that's just my take on things. That's just how I see it from my point of view and my perspective. Let me know what y'all think. Leave comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. You know, the usual per usual. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.